Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter. I was going to wait until all the weapon previews were done before I do one large video talking about all of my thoughts about everything that we've seen. But I have to make a separate video about the insect glaive because I'm conflicted. Conflicted with what I saw in the video? No! I'm actually conflicted with the reactions that I'm seeing. Like, first let me just say, so I don't sound like a hypocrite, I actually do understand people's sort of disappointment when compared to the other weapon videos, for the fact that all the other weapon videos have been showcasing new attacks or new combos in the first half of the video, and then showing off the Silkbind attacks in the second half. For the Insect Glaive, for the first half they really didn't show off any new combos. They were just showing that the sort of moves and combos that we know and love are still there. I don't know if other people feel the same, but for me, the changes that they made to Insect Glaive in Monster Hunter World and Iceborn were so large and fundamentally just like crazy that I think just them calling out that they're going to maintain those changes and allow us to keep all of these features is huge. If you haven't played World or Iceborn, they made this weapon so aerial. Like, it is the god of air. Like, the floor is lava. You can run and jump around monsters like crazy. I do understand that for people who speedrun or are very focused on their DPS and stuff like that, yes, all weapons, you pretty much ignore 80% of their moveset and you focus only on, for example, the melee, close combat combos. But keep in mind that the Insect Glaive is only half the story. Kinsects make up the other half, and they really can't showcase the Kinsects because they're not going to pop open menus and talk about the new types of insects and their effects in a short little video like this. So I was going into this already knowing that half the weapon was not going to be on display here. So the fact that they're just showing that they're letting us keep all the utility from World and Iceborn to me was huge, and I was excited. Okay, moving on to arguably the most important part of the video and what they were trying to showcase, which is the Silkbind attacks. We do know that there's 3 different Silkbind attacks at least for this weapon. The first one was shown in the original trailer, which was that downward thrust attack, which was heavily abusable in World and Iceborn, but very fun to do. That is now being tied to a wire bug. Some people are seeing this as a big nerf. Myself personally, we don't know anything about the new mounting system, but I do know by watching all the videos that when you damage a monster using a wire bug attack, they use sort of like a blue highlight to distinguish that damage from other damage. So it tells me that wire bug damage is going to have some type of strategic effect in this game. So taking a very powerful aerial attack like that and making it a wire bug attack makes a ton of sense, because you're going to be able to get whatever this new benefit might be, and you're going to be dishing out some huge damage as well. Okay, so the first Silkbind attack they showed in this video, it to me was super hype, but to other people it seemed like it was just a forward aerial thrust, like it was throwing your hunter forward, very much like the aerial style of Insect Glaive in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. But there's a lot of subtle nuance here that I think people are missing. So the Silkbind Vault, what it does is it's a huge forward leaping attack that spins you forward towards wherever you're aiming. So it's, if you're far away from the monster, if you're mid combo, you can do this move and it will fling you at the monster, which is great, and there does seem to be some hits in there, so it is also an attack. What it does though, if you look at the website and the video better, it tells you that it pretty much resets your combo path. You can do a jumping slash, a jumping advancing slash, or even a mid-air evade from this move. So you could already be in the air and doing all these things, run out of your combo path, hit up a Silkbind Vault, and just keep it up. They even specifically call this out on the Japanese website and not the English one, but you can use this Silkbind attack mid-air, which is like, just imagine that if I told you Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Aerial Insect Glaive has that awesome forward fling attack. What if I told you you can do that in the air? You don't even have to do it from the ground. Like, that's a huge win for the weapon. That's awesome, and that's what we're getting here. And again, with all these different choices of different attacks that you can do from this, it just tells me that whatever this new mechanic for the mounting may be, this could be a huge boon for the weapon and advantage over all the other ones. Okay, moving on to the final Silkbind attack that they showed was the Recall Kinsect. The name is a little underwhelming because it sounds like all you're doing is calling your Kinsect back to you mid-combo, but it's so much more. First off, this is an emergency evade. You're able to do a backflip with iframes to avoid an attack from a monster. That alone is awesome, especially for this weapon. On top of that, it recalls your Kinsect automatically for you, it restores a bunch of its stamina, and it automatically has it do an attack which grabs green extract, so you also get a free heal from this move as well. And I'll note that that's on top of whatever extract it's currently holding. The hunter got the green buff heal, and it got the red extract that was in the Kinsect when he called it back in the video. So think about that. You get an emergency evade, free stamina replenishment for your Kinsect, and a heal for your hunter that you can do probably several times during the battle without having to worry about using potions and doing stuff like that. That's awesome. That's like taking the absolute readiness hunter art, which was arguably one of the best ones in Generations Ultimate, giving it specifically to this weapon and giving it sort of like extra stuff to boot. So when I saw this, I was just blown away. So when everyone is going on and saying, oh, you're just calling back your insect, how dumb. I think, okay, I will agree. I think Capcom dropped the ball in how they showed it off. Because I think the average, person just watching it won't get all that subtlety, but that's an awesome attack that I can't wait to use. So anyways, that sort of gives you my sort of surface level thoughts here. I was really excited by what I saw. I posted this on Twitter, but to me, Monster Hunter World was like, you go to the bank, you withdraw a 20, and they accidentally give you 100, and now they're telling you you can just keep it. It's like, wait, you're going to let me keep all this stuff from World and Iceborn? Are you sure? And also, again, we don't know what they're doing with the Kinsects, but considering this team's focus on animals and bugs and nature, I can imagine that we have some very exciting things in store for these Kinsects. I don't think they're going to be as bustedly as strong as they were in Generations Ultimate. That was crazy. Like one little bug extract and you got like Mind's Eye, 30% affinity boost and stuff like that in the end game. That was a little crazy. So I think they're going to dial that back. But I'm really interested to see what they do with Kinsects, because again, that's half the weapon here, is the different buffs and the different things that that thing can do. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Hopefully, if you are an Insect Glaive player, you felt the same and you were happy with what you saw. If you're not, don't get discouraged by everyone sort of looking at this and going, like, I understand it may be weaker in comparison to the other weapons because it showed less new stuff and less new combos and flashy stuff. But make no mistake, what we saw here was pretty hype. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought, and if you play the Insect Glaive or not, I would love to hear your thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you look forward to me doing a much larger, much more in-depth video on all these weapon previews once they're all done. It is the weekend now, so I am assuming that Capcom's going to take a break for 2 days and then restart, but I could be wrong. We could continue to get them through the weekend. We don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy hunting.